Hi guys, welcome back to my second video. Gama lami nguMandlakazi Wakakafide, and thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I am really so thankful and I'm filled with so much gratitude. After I sent out my first video, I was literally crying the following day. I was so anxious. I wanted to switch off my phone because I didn't know how you guys would react to me. And when you put yourself out there and it's like a lot of people are gonna see this. Am I ready for people to see me like this? Am I ready to, just put myself out there like that? But anyway, I was met with so much love. I was met with so much warmth, and I was met with so much constructive criticism, which I loved the most. Obviously, as a person, you need guidance. You need someone or people, a group of people who are going to show you the way and lead you. And show you how things are done. And so I'm always open to that. I'm always open to so much constructive guiding. So I am really thankful for those tips, guys. I will try all my best to act accordingly. So I think I should reiterate the fact that I'm not using a camera. I am using a laptop, my MacBook, right? So sometimes I struggle with looking at the lens of the camera. So I end up looking at myself when I'm convincing. Obviously, I want to see how this whole video pans out. So guys, I would like for you to please tell me, Guti, should I, when I do my third video, should I continue looking at the lens, or should I just properly look at myself so that, I don't know, it seems like it makes much sense to me when I am talking like this. But if you prefer for me to look at the camera lens, I will do that, absolutely. Yeah. So before I get into the video, guys, I'm so thankful. I really have great friends. I have amazing friends that I met in high school, primary school. I have friends that I met in university. I met from outside on Facebook, everywhere, guys. The support has been amazing. And I don't want to mention anyone in particular, but really just if you know that you're associated with me and you said something, you did something, whether you liked, whether you commented, whether you shared, no matter how small you think the contribution you made was, trust me, I value it. I am so thankful. But I also think I should mention this, guys. I got new equipment. My friend literally sent me some money to go buy some new equipment. So I got this little buddy, soft light lamp. I got it for 100 rands, and then I got a ring light, of course, the one that's reflecting over here. It's obviously over here. I got it for 200 rand. So I got these both for 300 rand, right? Okay. Now that I'm done with the pleasantries, guys, I thought I should give you a background of my languages, the ones that I use, right? So ndingumpondo, ndilimpondo kahle kahle. I am from Bizana, the Eastern Cape, but I grew up in Mzimkhulu. Mzimkhulu is isemabhaceni, ukhulunywa isibhaca eMzimkhulu. But I went to school in Ikopo, and Ikopo is dominated by Zulu people. So in school I did isiZulu. So do you realize how confusing it was for a child ukuthi usuke ekhaya kuthethwa isimpondo, and you live in a place where kuthethwa khona isibhaca, and in school you're gonna have to converse and do isiZulu. So for me, when it comes to vernacular languages, it's really confusing. I just speak whatever comes to my mind then. So that's why most of the times when I'm told ukuthi angikhuluma isiZulu, it's like I don't have any control towards that unless I literally put it in training and kuphuma lo kuphumayo at that time. And please accept that, and please be empathetic. I know I literally don't have to going around explaining myself, but please just understand the fact that I'm literally confused myself, right? So I wanted, and my friend and I were having a conversation, and she somehow mpondo, and then she's like, "Girl, that is so mpondo." And I was like, "What do you mean, mpondo? I am mpondo kakade, obviously with not with this attitude." So I was like, oh, you know what? It should be fun. I should talk a bit of Isimpondo. It's fun. I love it so much. I love my home language. Love it so much. It's not an official language, but it's a very dominant and prominent one. Let me tell you that. Okay. So I'm going to try and do a bit of some I'm gonna try and do an impersonification or impersonation. Oh my god, butchering. Okay, I'm gonna try and do a bit of that. And please, by all means necessary, this is not an offense. I'm not trying to be offensive or trying to be mockery or trying to make mockery of this language. It's mine as well. But I'm sorry. Attitude. Okay. Okay, it's important. So this is how you talk, it's important, guys. I tend to back, guys, now don't judge me harshly. Like, literally, please don't laugh. Please don't laugh, because, okay, let me not explain myself, but please don't laugh. Okay. Yes, sure. Okay. Okay. Ngithe kuthengina babhem. Yehlo. Into siyimalini kanene? Yenkwankwe uphunakho. Yena kankwenkwe. Okay, I can't do it now that I'm on camera, but we've been like doing this with my friend. So it's literally literally so funny, because not funny, okay. It's literally so amazing when you meet someone or when you're in Joburg and you see someone and you're like, Mkhaya, ungowab, Bizana, Flagstaff, or Lucy ungowab. And then like, hi, do you want some Flagstaff? When I'm like, Kai. Yeah, it's literally not like Sikhosa, it's important. So I really love my home language. I really love my cousins. My cousins can speak like Ross and it's like, yo, jeez, guys, I'm cringe. It's like, whoa, guys, jeez, wow, amazing. Okay, moving swiftly along. So in today's video, guys, I literally just wanted to focus on talking about emotional hygiene and emotional stability, because a lot of us are suffering with lack of self-knowledge and lack of self-identity, and just our feelings are all over the place, are misplaced. We don't know why we do things. We don't know why we react to things the way that we do. And I thought that maybe emotional hygiene is a very important, important topic to talk about. So I thought that let me talk about it, right? So before I get into that, please note that I am wearing blue today intentionally, because according to psychologists, when you wear blue, it's the color that helps you calm your emotions down, and it makes you more receptive, or it's easy to accept. Like emotions just flow freely when you are seeing someone wearing blue, or when you are asked to look at a blue picture, something like that. Like hopefully you get the picture. And then with me on that same tip, I am drinking chamomile tea tonight to help calm down some of my emotions and anxieties in case I get extremely anxious to touch on a subject or to touch on a topic, right? Okay, so there's this quote that I really like by Alvin Toffler that says that the illiterate of the 21st century are not those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So the reason why I like it so much, the reason that I love it so much, and I really hold it dear to my heart, is the fact that life is about that, actually. The amazing thing. It's just a serious lifetime of learning, unlearning, relearning, and so on and so on. It's constant evolvement. So you're constantly evolving as a person. It doesn't matter whether you know something, or whether you are adamant on the fact that you know something. Some things just require you to unlearn them, relearn a new way of living and relating with people, and carry on doing the same thing all over again until you get it right, and that's the nice thing about the journey of self-healing and the journey of emotions, is that it's not a destination. It's not a place where you can say, oh, I have finally learned everything. I have finally mastered the art of not being angry, or I have mastered the art of talking with people. I have mastered the art of teaching people. I have mastered the art of relating to people. It's just it's a journey. It keeps on happening. It keeps on happening. It keeps on happening. And I will, however, say that there are stops along the way where you find contentment and you feel like this is it, and you feel like, okay, this is my destination. And it's important to note that it's not a destination. It's not your destination. It might be a place of rest. It might be a place of enjoyment, like a restaurant. Maybe if I'm going to say, a garage, when you in the freeway, right? There's always like a garage, so that where you can park and relax and rest and regain some power to carry on with traveling, because that's the beauty of life. Just like how the earth orbits all the time, and how it revolves on the same pace. On the same place at the same pace, right? You have to keep on going. So that's what's beautiful about emotions as well, is the fact that you have to keep going. Okay, so before you actually get to a place where you are very emotionally hygiene, you have to get into a place where you're getting to know yourself, who you are outside your trauma, who you are when you are not covering or when you are not cowering into fear. Who are you when you are not scared? Who are you when you are not angry, when you're not sad? Who are you when you are not influenced by outside forces? Like when you are sitting inside and to decide for myself, I know what I love and I know what I do not love, and that's what I can literally say and recommend to people. That's when I think it started for me, when I sat down and what is it that I want out of this life? What is it that I do not want out of this life? And once that want and do not want are very clear, then from then your path, your journey is very sort of clear, because you carry on or you move along swiftly, knowing exactly what kind of energy you do not want in your space. And to your list of do not wants, you know what your list of what you want. You do know what they are. So after that, it's like really clear. You know what kind of friends you do not want in your life. You know the kind of friends that you do want in your life. You know the kind of relationship you want in your life, and you know the kind of relationship that you do not want in your life. You know the sort of connections that you want in your life and the ones that you do not want in your life. So after that, when you meet with people, new people on a daily basis, it does not even get more clearer than that. So when in the selection of people that I do want, when in the selection of people that I do not want to associate myself with. So I mean, like, when you gravitate in life with that kind of energy, it discernment makes life a whole lot easier, because you avoid a whole lot of unnecessariness. You don't really have to get into unnecessary conversations, get into unnecessary emotions, get into unnecessary relationships, So you have to get to know yourself. You have to get to know who you are when you are not influenced by anything. Who are you when you are seated, when you are still? My pastor Kisakula once said something very prominent and something very important. Sometimes we are so used to umsindo. So we are so used to noise, the fact that we cannot live without noise. Even when we want to think, we just have to be influenced by some sound. When you get into your car, you have to turn on the radio, or you have to turn on your phone and play some music. When you get into your house, you have to turn on your laptop and play music. You have to turn on your speaker and listen to music. You have to turn on the TV and listen to something that's playing, even if you're not paying attention to, but you need something that's going to fill that gap. It makes you feel like you're not alone. But what I am challenging you to do is, outside all of those things, who are you when you are not influenced by any type of noise, when you're not influenced by any type of content that you are consuming? And once you get to the bottom of that, to who you are or who are you, then it's easy to know what kind of content do you need in your life and what kind of content you do not need in your life, as I had already said. So, and then once you have you mastered, or you learning to get away from all these distractions that are delaying your life, or they are adding unnecessary energy in your life, it gets so much easier to see a lot of things that you were doing, or a lot of hobbies, or a lot of conversations you were getting into, they stemmed from a low place. They stemmed from a place of low self-esteem. And so once you discover that about yourself, I always thought I'm a confident person, but the actions that you're doing, they're very contrary to you telling yourself you're confident. For instance, let me talk about this gossiping. This is something Gabriella Union said when she was in a group discussion with Oprah and Mr. Viola Davis. I think it's Davis, I can't remember his name, but Miss Viola, right? They were getting into a conversation, and Gabriella said that she, at some point in her life, she really enjoyed talking about people. She enjoyed talking about people, and the reason why she talked about people was to try and lament, or to try and hide how much of a failure she is, or how much of her personal failures that she has, so that she could talk about it, so that she would highlight another person's failure, so that whoever they're talking with won't actually get to the effect where they discuss her issues. So the place where she was talking bad, the place where she was talking bad about people came from a place where she had her own problems, but she did not want to highlight them. She rather engaged in conversations where they were bad talking about someone else, so that they do not actually get to talking about her. I hope that makes sense. So I really realized with Nami, guys, sometimes I did that. And because, oh my god, did people really see this girl on a low self-esteem? She only thrives when she's talking about other people. And I felt so embarrassed when I was wondering, I was asking questions about myself and was self-introspecting. I was like, do people really see me? I'm this person. I wanted to cry, because I literally could not believe the reason why we do things, or the reason why we engage in some activities, is because our low self-esteem is hitting us, And I was like, for as long as I live, so for as long as I am on this journey of self-love, I never want to engage on such activities. I don't care whether people are self-conscious or self-aware or are very enlightened about this. I don't care. But because once I talk bad about someone, it eats me. And it makes me feel bad with, oh my gosh, do people really see what's in there's low self-esteem? Because I don't, and I've been working on it, and I've been trying to be on a low self-esteem. So I don't want to spend a lot of my time pondering on nonsensical stuff. I literally just don't. Do you want to talk about someone else? Then I'm not your associate. Go over and go a woundmate, someone who's also bleeding, somebody who's also wounded, somebody who also has low self-esteem, so that the both of y'all can just sit there together. Misery does love company, So I just, it's the kind of energies that you literally want around your space, and energy that you do not want around your space, because we as see how much of an influence they have. The aura because it's here to disturb this journey that you're on. So I am literally challenging you guys to get into a journey of self-introspecting. Get to know who you are. Get to know who you are without any effects, without any trauma responses or any trauma courage. I wanted to get to another topic of coping mechanisms, but this video is way too long now, and I'm going to do another one where I carry off, in because it's not a one-day thing. It's not a 20-minute video. This topic, it's very complex, and it's going to need us to see hlakaze, so that we can talk about it clearly. And I am going to post another video which is a continuation of this after some time. I'm going to post another video that's very political after this one, and then I'll probably carry on with the other one. But guys, that's my tip. Get to know yourself. Start the journey of healing, and if you've already started it, how is it beneficial to you? Because for me personally, it even helps the type of, because I'm no longer in that place where I'm just confused and I'm meeting a bunch of confused people, then we are confused together. that mess. I'm no longer there. I'm just a very who knows the type of people they want. So I attract people like that. You know, even relationships, I'm very intentional with see. I know what kind of relationship that I want. And I know the type of relationship that I do not want. So the kind of people that I attract and I let into my life stem from that fact to see. I know what I want. So guys, I don't know, please tell me about your experiences with the journey of self-love. How has it been? How are you coping? How are you dealing with this? And yeah, guys, thank you so much. See you in my next video.